Hello, my name is Tony Mays. I am the Commonwealth of Learning's Education Specialist for Open Schooling. If you are new to the process, this is the 8th of 11 presentations, each of which summarizes the key issues in different chapters of Cole's new publication addressing the needs of out-of-school children and youths through expansion of open schooling. This 8th presentation reflects on Chapter 8 by Drs. Sukanta Mahaptra and Sandhya Kumar. In Chapter 8, we explore the relationship between gender equality and open schooling provision. The discussion in this chapter is organized around 5 key questions. What is gender equality and why is it important? What are the key challenges to gender equality? How can open schooling contribute to gender equality? What are some of the examples of practice? And what are the implications for future provision? Let us start with the first question, which explores what we mean by gender equality and why we think it is important. Gender equality is a human right. There should be equal responsibilities, opportunities, and rights regardless of a person's sex at birth or sexual orientation. Although we have said that gender equality is a human right, addressing gender inequality can also have direct socio-economic benefits. It is estimated that if gender equality can be achieved in education and the labor force participation by 2030 as planned, it has the potential to contribute 3.6% or $4.4 trillion to global gross domestic product. The probability of reducing the share of the population living in extreme poverty worldwide, measured at less than $190 a day, could also be reduced in this way. So what are the key challenges to managing gender equality? One is culture and tradition, for example, the practice of child marriage. Globally, 650 million girls and women alive today were married before their 18th birthday. And the highest prevalence of child brides is concentrated in South Asia, Western Africa, and Sub-Saharan Africa. Child brides often miss out on opportunities for schooling, and hence opportunities for self-employment and self-fulfillment. A second inhibiting factor is child labor. Global estimates reveal that 152 million children are involved in child labor, of whom 64 million are girls and 88 million boys. Worldwide, 1 in 10 children is in child labor. Nearly 1/3 of children in child labor in the age group of 16 to 14 years do not attend school, which amounts to 36.1 million children in child labor who are out of school and therefore unable to progress to higher levels of employment. Household care and sanitation in schools are also key inhibiting factors. Expectations related to the gendered division of labor also contribute to low participation in education in the Caribbean region, for example, where the division at the household level means that females often have less time to take part in either part or full-time education, regardless of the course delivery mode. Another major factor behind gender inequality in education is the lack of adequate sanitation in many schools. Numerous schools do not have separate toilet facilities for girls, for example. Poverty is obviously a big problem. Because of cost considerations, women and children from families with low incomes are more at risk of not attending or prematurely dropping out from school. There is evidence that children from poorer families are more prone to illness and are undernourished, so families must invest more in their health and care, which cuts their expenditures on education, as well as their success rate in school, even if they do attend. Disability is another challenge. The 2011 EFA Global Monitoring Report estimated that 90% of children with disabilities in the developing world did not attend school. The main reasons for learners with disabilities not accessing education or dropping out from school are the absence of physical infrastructure, that they require, the lack of even minimal support services in many cases, such as special education teachers, and the lack of therapy services. We also have a problem in some cases with gender-biased curricula. A study by King and Morrissey in 1998 found many examples used in schools in the Caribbean region portrayed existing social practices that did not challenge gendered inequalities resulting from the expectation that females and males perform different familial roles. Research on 20 textbooks for history, geography, and social studies courses in the Caribbean Examinations Council curricula used at the secondary level in Commonwealth Caribbean states revealed the textbooks to be heavily gender biased. This is an issue COL has tried to address in supporting new content development in the region that is more gender neutral. We also have some challenges around gender socialization and the development of macho masculinity roles. The socialization of males in particular ways influence their participation in education and other experiences by creating normalcy around a particular form of masculinity that overemphasizes physicality, strength, sexuality, sporting abilities, and social dominance. In some areas, such as the Caribbean, males may be less likely to complete schooling, prioritizing employment or other activities over education. So let us think about how open schooling can help. More people can access schooling opportunities, regardless of their individual circumstances, including their gender. Open schools are more open about what to study, when to study, how to study, and when and how to be assessed. Learners in open schools frequently take fewer subjects at any one time and may stop out at intervals to take care of other issues before returning to continue their studies. This flexibility can contribute to greater attainment overall. Open schooling is also usually more affordable in terms of fees, textbooks, transport, etc. And also, of course, there is no need for a uniform. But does it work in practice? Several projects have been successful in bringing learners back into schooling opportunities. You can find out more about COL's work in the area of gender by visiting the website. But some of the projects you might like to look at are Project Huna in India, the vocational training interventions we have had in India and Belize, our work around youth employment, and the very successful Girls Inspire initiative, which is a pan-Commonwealth initiative. So now we come to our last question, where we turn our attention to the implications. So after reading chapter 8, we suggest that the following questions might be worth discussing. What are the gender equality challenges in your own context? What are the causes of these challenges and how can they be addressed? Is there a role for open schooling to address gender equality challenges? Are there examples of existing initiatives to address gender equality in your context? And what can we do together to address the gender inequality challenges? As with all COL resources, this presentation is made available under an open license CC by SA. Thank you for your time, and we look forward to discussions with you.